Colleen Murphy, thanks for taking the time. We haven't talked to you. The swimming season is upon us. Big meet this weekend, but let's back it up a little bit. You went to Fort Collins, won the Horsetooth. Talk to me about your team and the preparations for the start.
So the Horsetooth Open Water Swim is basically for our distance group. So we took a smaller group up there, but they performed really well. There were 4 women's teams at the Horsetooth Championships, and we finished second, third, fourth. It's kind of like a cross-country meet, so the better you place, the higher your team does. And they just have a lot of fun with it. It's something that is totally kind of out of their wheelhouse. It's 2.4 miles in a reservoir. Katie Kusick, who's a senior who got third, she's swum lots of open water before, and then freshman Jordan Evans, who got second. She's also from Vegas, both of them. They didn't swim for the same club team, but open water swimming is kind of a big deal in Vegas, and so both of them were really excited for it, and for them to finish second and third. They came in right together. Jordan just ran a little faster, so she went over the finish line just right ahead of Katie. So that was a nice thing to see, just having a big group there that had fun together and got to do something a little bit different. That group actually is going to swim at the College Swim Coaches Association Open Water Championship in Fort Lauderdale. So when we go on our training trip this winter, they're going to compete again. So we're going to take our top 5, and they're going to get a chance to compete for a collegiate championship in open water swimming.
Oh, that's very cool. Now you're going to be back in the Cadet Natatorium this weekend. You got 4 teams coming in: Denver, CSU, you'll remind me, Northern Colorado, and Wyoming. There we go. Big meet, Front Range invite. What's the idea behind this?
So getting this meet early in the season as our first meet in an invite format allows lots of swimming to happen. So we can put girls in lots of different events. When we get down to championship season, you kind of have to get down to 3 events. This allows us to put some of the ladies in 4 or 5 events, some all the relays, and really see kind of where they're at and what training has done for them. We've been really kind of focused on kind of building our base throughout August and September. So we're starting to just get into kind of the speed portion of our training. So probably the front end speed won't be there, but we should finish really well in all of our races. So we're excited to see what they can do right now.
You also see a couple of Mountain West teams, so a couple of opponents that you'll be seeing later on.
Yeah, actually, we're getting a lot of Mountain West teams in this fall. We have a new Mountain West team this year in Washington State. We see them in a couple weeks. So that'll be interesting to have them added from the Pac-12 for the next 2 years. So we're getting a lot of competition with other Mountain West teams. And so getting to see them early on and where they're at in their training. We're very different from the other Mountain West schools. They've been competing all summer at USA swimming meets and all that kind of stuff where, we use all of August to kind of get back into shape and get back into gear for swimming.
Talk to me about what you want to see from your team. Obviously, it's early. You're going to have them out there in a bunch of different events. So what really is the goal for you?
Now it's doing the little things right. We did an inter-squad last week, and I've actually been kind of harping on my team. Our turns, starts, finishes were a little weak. We had been training long course for about 6 weeks, all of August and 2 weeks of September. When you train long course, a lot of times the turns and starts and those kind of things go by the wayside because it's a longer pool. So putting those things back together, we just worked on, turns and finishes yesterday, getting their hand on the wall before someone stepping up and racing. That's really what we want to see. It's really not about the times at this point in the season, as well as, just getting in there and racing and getting after it and putting together a race that shows, good splits, putting all the little things together on your turns. That's what's really important right now. The fast times come when we get to our mid-season meet and we suit up and, we're ready to go because we've rested a little bit. Right now it's about the little things.
Friday evening, Saturday morning. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.